Coach Frederick here with Mississippi College Sports Performance, and we're going to talk about the RDL. Okay, so we've also done a single leg RDL. This is going to be the two-leg bilateral version of that. So both feet will remain rooted to the ground the entire time. So the way we get set up for this, our feet will be hip width. Okay, so this is shoulder width. We're going to bring them in a little bit to get a hip width position. Or you could call it a jump position. If you're going to do a vertical jump, set your feet up to how you get in that vertical jump position. That should be the start of the RDL. Okay, so from there, all we're going to do is keep our eyes straight ahead and push our hips back and come back up. So we're going to stretch out our hamstrings. You're going to feel a stretch, lengthen, and then we'll squeeze our hamstrings and glutes on the way back up to get to the top of the position. Now, one thing we want to be careful of as we do this is to not squat down. We want to keep our hips tall, keep our hips high in the back. So as we go down, our hips will stay tall, our back stays flat. We don't want to lose that posture here. We want to keep our shoulders back, hips stay tall, not squatted, hips stay tall, down, and come back up. Now, you can think about somebody tying a rope around your waist and pulling your hips back. Okay, you can think about touching your hips on the wall back behind you or whatever is back behind you. But we're going to push them back and shift our weight into our heels. All right, here. So it's like a bow. Okay, somebody pulling your hips back or you trying to touch your butt to the wall back behind you. That's what this should look like. Now, we're going to use a barbell. In order to do this, when we grip the barbell, our hands should be just slightly wider than our hips. So if you put your thumbs there by your side, reach straight down, grab the bar, good tight grip, knuckles down to the floor with a good tight grip. So we're set up here, toes straight ahead in our jump position, knees just slightly bent, we're not squatting, just breaking our knees, eyes straight ahead, shoulders back, knuckles down to the floor. This is our starting position. This is where we will return at the end of the movement. Here, we push our hips back. That bar stays in contact with my legs the whole time down. My back stays flat. Again, high hips, touching my butt to the wall back behind me. Good posture here. Push my hips back. Bar stays connected to me. What we don't want to see is that bar getting out away from you here. Okay, that's going to put stress on our lower back. We don't want that. Okay, so in order to avoid that, keep that bar touching your body the whole time. Here, on my quads and on my shins, all the way back to the top. Again, if you're doing this correctly, you will feel it in your hamstrings. You will feel your hamstrings lengthen out, lengthen out, lengthen out. And you'll feel that tightness. Do not go past that tightness. Once you're tight, don't bend your knees or reach to the ground to get that bar to the ground. That's not the point of the movement. We want to hinge our hips and keep good upper body posture. As we do that, that bar will travel down our legs. Wherever we get to, that's where we get to. We're not trying to touch those bumper plates to the floor. That's not the objective, okay? So that's the regular RDL.